That's what I'm listening for. That's what I'm looking for. Yes. Yes. That looks rich and tasty. And it wouldn't be proper without some fresh, big old curls of parm. Heyo, Chef Corso, Outdoor Eats, and this is pasta alla assassina in a van. I found a wonderful park here in Asheville, North Carolina, and that's one of the great things about having a van, and on a nice day, you can cook dinner just about anywhere. You know, always do make sure to check with the park rules, make sure you're not in a weird spot, but this is a very, very active park and a beautiful, beautiful spot, and it's a great spot to cook up our pasta dinner here tonight. So pasta alla assassina, fun to say, and what makes this thing so different is actually not the ingredients. The ingredients are ingredients that you probably have in your pantry right now. Like, I'm pretty sure you have just about all of them. It's about how we cook it and about how we put those ingredients together to make this special Italian pasta dish. And when we're making pasta at home, usually, and the coaching for a lot of chefs is to boil it in a big cauldron of water and letting that starch dissipate, letting it move around. And that's a really, really good tip and something to continue to follow. But when you are able to cook the pasta with the sauce gets into the pasta and flavors it all up together. And when we cook all of our ingredients in our skillet, it's gonna caramelize in a very, very specific way that is super, super delicious. So don't be scared about this. I know it's a slightly new way of cooking pasta, but it's gonna be really, really good, and I think you can do it. And as you are road tripping and as you are van lifing, you know, one thing you might say, or one thing your spouse might say to you, your partner might say to you is like, oh no, we don't have time to set up camp. We don't have time to cook dinner. Let's just stop at a, you know, get some pizza. Let's just stop at a Cracker Barrel, get some food. It'll be okay. No, you have time to set up this, because this is how long it takes. It does not take very long. And then you get to cook right here in the sunshine and in the breeze. I love that. So let's take a look at our ingredients for our pasta alla assassina. Okay, we've got all of our ingredients here. So we have a little bit of olive oil, garlic powder, chili flake, Italian seasoning, salt, tomato paste. So we are actually gonna make our sauce right in the pan here. There are a lot of recipes out there that have you make the sauce separately, but I like having it be a one pot, one skillet situation. And we have some thin spaghetti. And I'm going a little bit rogue here with some meat here tonight. And usually the classic recipe doesn't have any ground beef or any sausage in here, but we're gonna go ahead and go a little rogue here with our Italian situation tonight. I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be super tasty, but I do want some meat in my pasta tonight. So we'll put that all together. So let's get our burner going and cooking this thing up. Got my burner going, get a little bit of oil in there. Yes, that's what I'm listening for. That's what I'm looking for. That sizzle to start to happen. And it is a little bit windy tonight here in the park, and some of these camp stoves don't have a windscreen, so it really takes away a lot of your heat. So you can pack along a little windscreen that can really help out your life a little bit in order to cook up your dishes and not waste a lot of fuel. At this point, we're gonna add a little bit of chili flake as well. If you don't like it too spicy, you can leave this ingredient out. That's kind of part of the assassina, and it loosely translates to assassin pasta or killer pasta. It can be a little bit spicy, but it's also just killer tasty. So at this point, I'm going to add my tomato paste, and I just have a can of this, nothing super fancy, and I love packing along these small little spatulas in order to stir, but then also to help me get some of my ingredients out of their containers. And this one can should be enough for about half a pound of pasta, about 2 portions, or 1 big portion. Your assassina grande. It's really important that you cook this tomato paste in the pan. It's a fancy French term called pincé. And what we're doing with our pincéing is getting sort of that raw tomato flavor out and caramelizing some of those sugars. And it's a really important step if you're ever using it for pasta sauce or for chili in order to really get some good rich tomato flavor. And at this point, guys, I do need to add some water to this relatively quickly or this is gonna burn. And I don't have my water bottle, I don't have my jug, so I'm gonna go grab some. Yes. Great. So we don't want too much in here, and we can always add more. And again, this is a slightly different way of cooking pasta, at least in the United States. In Europe and Italy, this is a very traditional way, at least, to finish your pasta in the sauce, because again, it is able to absorb some of that great flavor. Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and get our pasta in and adjust our heat. The other thing that's really important with this pasta dish is to be really mindful of your heat so you don't burn, and also so you don't boil up all that water too quickly. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and build some more flavor right on top. So we have some salt, we have some garlic powder. You could definitely use fresh if you like. I would add it a little bit later so it doesn't burn. And some Italian seasoning, oregano. Wow, smelling fantastic already. There's something about Italian red sauce that has just become an American classic, Italian-American classic, and it just hits. It is nostalgic, it is delicious. And I love this recipe because it gives it to us in a slightly different way, and it might turn into your new favorite. Awesome. And this is a slow, medium heat pasta dish. So make sure that you're watching it, you're moving it around so it's not burning, and our pasta is able to absorb up all that tomatoey flavor. Wow. And I'm seeing we're already a little bit dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of water. That's completely okay. I'd rather add more. It's really, really hard to take away. Well, that is coming along really, really nicely. Our pasta is getting a little bit soft. We're bubbling. We are being really, really patient, though, for that pasta to soak up that sauce. right, let's check it out. Oh yeah, pasta's getting nice and soft. And what I'm noticing here is we're starting to stick to the bottom, which is actually a good thing. So I want to scrape that up because that means we're getting low on water and we're starting to really caramelize that tomato, that pasta. You know, you definitely don't want to get it so stuck that it's not going to come off. But part of what makes this pasta dish really, really good is that we cook it a little bit longer than a standard tomato sauce. It's going to develop some more flavor. Wow. I moved this out of the sun so you can see this a little bit better. Keep scraping the bottom of your pan because when you do, you get these great bits of caramelized tomato and flavor. So you want to cook it until it is almost burned but not burned. Wow, look at that. Yes. That looks rich and tasty. All cooked in one skillet. Wow. And it wouldn't be proper without some fresh, big old curls of parm. Oh, yes. I'm just gonna eat it right here because why not? Oh man, this is a big, beautiful skillet. Oh. Let's get in here. Ooh, I love the fresh parm. Little caramelized bits. Wow. This is a lot like your classic, but definitely elevated. And as long as you're patient, get those caramelized bits in there, cook it in one skillet, cook everything together, the pasta absorbs all that flavor. Wow. I made this version a few times, and this is really, really good. I will let it go for a little bit longer. Get a little bit more of those crumbly bits on there. Want to be a little bit conservative tonight with my pasta. That is wonderful. And I got to eat it right here in the parking lot. That's pretty great. I like it. It's a beautiful park. People are biking, people are walking, people are playing pickleball. Why can't I eat dinner? Well, thanks for coming along for cooking up this pasta alla assassina with me here in the park. It's been great to share this recipe with you. Great to enjoy the experience. You know, I'm traveling around the country a whole lot and cooking by myself a whole lot. Meet some friends sometimes too, but it's nice to be able to share this with you. Get out there. Check, check. Heyo, Chef Corso. It's pala alla assassina in a van.